Now we are going to start refraction through rectangular glass slab. Suppose this is a rectangular glass slab, cross section of rectangular glass slab. In any type of ray diagram or otherwise any type of figure, we generally use cross section because we can't make three-dimensional figure, so generally we use cross section. So then this is rectangular glass slab and this is incident ray. This is medium number 1, medium, suppose it is air. This is glass, again this is air. Incident ray, refracted ray, and this ray we call emergent ray. Refracted ray, incident ray, and this is emergent ray. This is angle of incidence, angle of emergence. This is suppose R. Since those two sides are parallel, therefore perpendiculars to the normals to the perpendiculars are normals to the sides are also parallel. Therefore this both angle will be equal to R by alternate angle pair. Now we can write sin I by sin R equal to speed of light in air by speed of light in glass, that is equal to refractive index of glass with respect to air. Refractive index of glass with respect to air. This is equation number 1. This is for refraction थ्रू सरफेस ए बी. ये ए बी में जो रिफ्रैक्शन हो रहा है वो सरफेस के लिए है. नाउ फॉर सपोज दिस इज सी डी एंड फॉर रिफ्रैक्शन थ्रू सरफेस इंटरफेस सरफेस डी सी वी कैन राइट साइन आर बाई साइन ई इक्वल टू refractive index of air with respect to glass. Vg by Va, that is equal to, we will write it as A and G and we will write it as A, G and A. That is equal to refractive index of air with respect to glass. When we multiply these two equations, this is equation number 2. When we multiply these two equations, we get sin I by sin R into sin R by sin I equal to A and G into G and A equal to VA by VG into VG by VA. This is what? Multiplication of equation 1 into equation 2. So this will cancel out and becomes equal to 1. This is also cancelled out. This is sin E, not I. Then sin I by sin E equal to A and G into G and A equal to 1. When we equate sin I and 1, we get sin I equal to sin E, that is I equal to E. So angle of incidence for glass, rectangular glass slab, angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergent. Again for this A and G equal to G and A, 1 by G and A. So we see that for this point, refractive index of glass with respect to air is reciprocal to the refractive index of air with respect to glass. This follows from reversibility of path of light ray. So for rectangular glass slab, this is I, this is E, both are R. We have seen that angle I equal to angle E, angle of incidence equal to angle of emergent. Number 2, A and G equal to G and A. This follows from the reversibility of path of light ray. What is that thing? This is when this is incident ray for this surface AG, and this is refracted ray. Suppose this is I, this is R, then sin I by sin R equal to A and G. Now if we put a mirror, plane mirror at 90 degree to the ray, then what will happen? This ray will trace back, reflect back and trace the same path along which it has reached to the mirror. This is called reversibility of path of light ray. Then when we take this incident ray and this is refracted ray, after reversal of the light ray, we can write sin R by sin I equal to G and A, because in this case light is going from glass to air, therefore it will G and A, refractive index of air with respect to glass. When we multiply these two, we get A and G into G and A equal to 1. Reversibility of path by light rays. If we put a plane mirror in the path of light ray, at 90 degree, then after reflection the light ray trace back to its original path, traces back to its original path. This property of light ray is called reversibility of path by light rays. So we have seen here that I equal to E means these both angles are same. If we produce this ray and this ray in backward direction, we see that this angle equal to what? This whole angle equal to I by vertically opposite angle, and this is R, therefore this angle will be I minus R. Similarly, this angle is also E minus R, in the sense because E is equal to I, therefore this angle will also I minus R. Hence we see that both the rays are parallel because alternate angles are equal. So hence we can say that for rectangular glass slab, incident ray is parallel to emergent ray. Also, the distance between perpendicular distance between two rays, these two rays, is called lateral displacement. The perpendicular distance between parallel rays, here for this here the perpendicular distance between parallel rays means incident angle of incident ray and emergent ray, is called lateral displacement. Again, for lateral displacement depends on number one, thickness of glass slab, the width of glass slab, width of slab. Number two, angle of incidence, and refraction, means angle of refraction. Now we will try to find out this lateral displacement. To find out it, suppose this is width of glass slab, that is T. In triangle PRQ, this is what? This is R, this is also R. Base PR by hypotenuse PQ, that is equal to cos R. Cos R equal to PR by PQ. PR equal to T, that is PQ equal to PRT by cos R. Now in triangle PQS, in triangle PQS is the hypotenuse, this is perpendicular. This distance we have to find out, QS by hypotenuse PQ equal to sin R. Sin, this is angle I minus R, sin I minus R. So QS, this is lateral displacement, equal to PQ, T sin I minus R by cos R. This is called lateral displacement.